When I make my videos, I like to forget that I even have an audience. Without further ado, here's just a list of people I think I could beat the shit out of. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm decently built for my age. I'm no bodybuilder, but I think I have more than the average gamer.
I think I could win. In this video, I'm going to be explaining why me, faceless person, can beat up Boffy. Now, if you watch Boffy, you know that he recently came out with a video saying that he could beat up certain YouTubers, such as Ninja, KSI, he said would destroy him, Dream, he said he'd probably have a fair fight against. But I thought, how about I do some maths to figure out if I could beat up Boffy? So I'm going to be doing that now. Now, I'm going to have to disclose something like he did as well. I am relatively skinny. There is literally no muscle on this at all. Like, literally nothing. I am built like an Enderman. I wish I could say there was something there, but there just isn't. So you may think that that makes it pretty much impossible for me to win, as Boffy, you know, he's Boffy and he's built like a brick shithouse. And then there's little old me, built like a stick, like a fucking Enderman. So he would beat me up, correct? Wrong. There is still a chance I could win, and I'm going to be using maths to determine this. Now, if you see in this clip,
I'm a 16-year-old guy.
he's 16, I'm 15, so we are around the same age range, so we have around the same experience with being in fights. Although Boffy has probably been in more fights than me, as I have never been in one because I'm just that nice of a guy. But I do also have an ego, so that's why I'm doing this. So next, I'm going to calculate something very interesting here, and this will take me a little bit of a while to figure out. But in one of these clips, when he's talking about Dan TDM...
A little bit of crying and then perfect.
Did you see that? I'm going to rewind the footage for a second.
And then perfect.
He punched his hand. I'm going to try my best to calculate the speed of which he is. And now, I am not a professional at figuring things out, but I'm going to try my best to figure out the speed of which he punched from the moment where he starts punching. He's 6'3", so I'm going to look up average length of a fist. Average length of a fist. The average length of an adult male's hand is 7.6 inches, measured from the tip of the longest finger. Yeah, that is the average length of a hand. I want to figure out the fist. Measured from the tip of the longest finger to the crease under the palm, which is roughly about there, I think. My hands are pretty small, which does give me a bit of a disadvantage, but, you know, I can work with this. Your fist would be around, I'd say 4 inches. Your fist is 4 inches. Now I'm going to figure out, I'm going to take frames of when you can see his fist, and you can see it's covered in motion blur, but I can sort of see roughly where it is. Okay, so now I have a side by side. So roughly his fist is around here. I'm going to make a black dot there, just a black line. So if I just mask around his hand here, so now I have rough estimates of where his hand is and where it goes. So as you can see, so that's roughly where the box is for his fist. So as you can see here, if I take this box, which is roughly 1 fist length, literally just grab the box, Control-CV, then drag it out, rotate it. This may take a while. Okay, right, so I think I'm done there. So as you can see, it takes him roughly 2 and I'd say that's a 6, 2 and a 6 fist. It takes 1/60 of a second to move his hand that fast. As you can see from, and also all the motion blur doesn't really help, but pretty sure it's 60 frames per second. Although I'm in 480p. That was 30 frames a second. So that would be 30 frames a second, because I'm pretty sure that's what 480p does. Yep, definitely much slower. So that would be a 30th of a second. So it takes him 2. So 1/6 in. It's 259 inches a second. So let's put that. Inches to inches. 2 miles per hour. 2 mph. Yep. Inch. So I'm gonna have to times this by 60, just in case, because you know I'm not very good at maths. That's how many inches it is a minute. So his fist was moving at 14 miles an hour. Right. So if his fist was moving at I'm going to round that up to 15 mile an hour. I'm doing proper science here, I didn't expect this. So his fist is moving at 15 mile an hour. Now the human reaction time is around 0.4 seconds, I think, or 0.2 seconds. Human reaction time. About 250 milliseconds or 0.4 seconds. Now, my reaction time is slightly faster than the average because I did get bullied a bit. So I had to get reflexes to dodge punches quite a lot when I was younger. So I'd say my reflex time isn't that. I'd say mine's about 150. So if he went to punch me, I could dodge out the way, which is a huge advantage in a fight. Now, he can try and combo me, but I've also learnt to dodge combos as, again, I got bullied. So that means that although Boffy is quite hench and strong, he will struggle to hit me as easily as other people. Now, 14 mile an hour may sound like a lot of speed, but if you have a look in that clip, if we have a look back
Obliterate.
in that clip,
Fake a little bit of crying and then
look, he winds up for quite a bit before
Perfect.
he gets the hit. He literally goes. That's enough time for me to go, no, I'm out of the way. So I have tactical advantage. He has strength advantage, but I have tactical advantage and reflex advantage against him, which does give me a fighting chance. Now, 15 mile an hour. So let's have a look. I think it's density. You know what? Fuck that. I'm just going to say that he punches really fucking hard. Fuck all the science. He just punches really goddamn hard. Another advantage that I have over Boffy is, as you can see in one of... Well, I'm not going to show it because it'll take me a little bit of time to find. Boffy says that he's 6'3". Now, he's 6'3", and he keeps saying that is a massive advantage because he is built, and because he's tall, that makes him seem a bit more built than normal. However, I'm like 5'8", 5'9". I can't remember where. I'm one of those two. I think I'm 5'9". But he thinks that having height will always be the biggest advantage. That is false. It is not a massive advantage, as he has to look down and punch downwards to be able to hit me. Which, although, against someone 6'3", which is about this tall, I think, I have to look about here to look at eye level of him. If you think about it, he has to punch downwards to hit me, or he can punch straight and probably hit my face. Now, thing about that is, if he wants to hit my face, again, he's going to have to wind up, which means I can duck down. But also, I may not be at face level, I may have to punch up to hit his face, but I am at chest level and stomach level. Now, if you get hit in the right spot with the chest, you can get winded. Stomach fucking hurts, because there's no bone to protect you. Like with your face, there's bone there to help. Here, there is nothing. There is no bone. So if you get a good hit there, that can really hurt. So, I am at optimal punching level for his chest and his stomach at the same time. Also, if you see me doing that and it looks terrible, that's because I've never been in a fight before, so I don't actually know like proper punching techniques and shit. I don't do anything. I mean, I'm skinny as hell and I play games all day. What do you expect? One thing that he thinks he has against me, again, his height. It is an advantage as well, but it's also a disadvantage. It's an advantage because he's at optimal punching level for my face. Disadvantage because I'm at optimal punching level for his chest. If we were the same height, me being built like this still would be shit, but like at the same time, not that bad. Another thing he has is, as you can see in this, he has curly hair. Now, I wouldn't do this, but if it was my last resort, I can pull his hair. Now, my hair is also pretty decently long. However, my hair is not poofing out. It sits. It sits. See, if you have a look, let me go switch scenes. It sits on my head. It's very hard to, like, if I duck down, it's very hard to grab it. You'll grab maybe a strand and pull it, which won't hurt. But he has very, very, very curly hair, which means I can grab his hair very easily and pull it. Now, I may have to reach up a bit because, you know, he is like up here. Grab it, I can pull his hair down, smack him in the head, which is another advantage I have. So I've taken all of the advantages Boffy has and all the disadvantages that I have, and the advantages I have and disadvantages he got. So I will put them together and I will tell you the results in a bit when I've put them all together, rewatched this, put them all together, and seen who was most likely win. So here I have all the advantages and disadvantages held out. I've got me and Boffy. My advantages is I've got better reflexes, I'm smaller, quicker, nimble, and flexible. While Boffy is going to struggle to be flexible as he's very buff. But my disadvantages, I'm skinny, I have no strength at all, I'm weak, I'm not very durable. Good hit when I'm not angry will put me on my ass, and I'm a massive pussy. I will probably run away. unless I'm really angry. Now, Boffy's advantages is that he's tall, right? Which is a decent advantage. He's also incredibly buff. He's forming a 6 or an 8 pack, which is terrifying. He's incredibly strong. From the way he speaks, he's been in fights, and he's a very angry man. And his disadvantage is that he's a bit too tall, which gives me a slight advantage. He's a bit slower. Like, I did some off-camera maths, and my punches are a lot faster than his. Like, a lot faster. And I can generate more power without having to do a wind-up. I can just instantly just go bang. Unlike him, who had to wind up for his punch. And his last advantage is that he's got long, curly hair, which is easier for me to grab onto, because I only need to go around here, while he needs to literally grab onto my scalp, which then he can put me in a headlock there. So after generous consideration between the two different options that I have decided that the winner would be Boffy. The reason that Boffy would win against me is because, although I am much more nimble and quick and can get a few more hits on him, if he gets one hit on me, I'm fucking dead.